morning, everybody. We're starting a little bit behind schedule. This is 10:25. I don't know how we can solve this from happening. Please, guys, because it's very difficult to us. Okay, so our lesson for today, module 2, we're looking at the arithmetic code. We're looking at encoding and decoding skills, and we're looking at phonemic awareness. Of course, as always, when you're going to teach an incremental lesson, you must look at what you did in the lesson before. So let's look at some of the things. Well, this is what we're going to do. We want to cover today. We want you to be able to show an understanding of the English arithmetic code. We want you to be able to demonstrate the ability to teach you yourself to have it, phonemic awareness, and then to teach it to your students. We also want you to be able to model the sounds. Be able to model the sounds, what sounds of English. And then be able to differentiate between class, so manipulate them, add, subtract, and move them around. So we want you to be able to do that as well. So let's take a look at what we did last week. These are some of the things we learned last week. We looked at phonics, right? We looked at what phonics is. And what phonics was. Who can remind you what phonics is? What is phonics? Because we started by saying what it is not, and then ended with what it is. So what is it? What is phonics? This is Andrea. Phonics is. Please sit, you can sit. Using by using readers where by training them with letters, assembly letters with sound. That's it. That's the key point. That's thank you very much. That's the key point in phonics. You need to be able to associate the letter and the sound. Okay? And then to be able to understand when you see this letter, this is the sound they're supposed to produce. Okay? When you see this group of letters, this is the sound you're supposed to produce. Right? So that's what phonics is. So teach reading using skills, that's the skill of understanding the sound of the letters. We also know that the sounds of the letters don't have one-to-one correspondence. So we found out that we had how many sounds in English? And how many letters? So why do we have a disparity between the number of letters and the number of sounds?
One letter.
Because one letter can be more than one sound. Thank you. Any other additions to that? So one letter can be more than one sound. One sound can be represented by more than one letter. Two or three letters can come together to make a different sound. Alright? You should have said it. Alright, thank you. So we get the point. So that's why there is that there isn't a one-to-one correspondence between the letters and the sounds. And then we also learned that phonics is a lifelong skill. It is an adult skill. We demonstrated it last week with that word, calceolaria integrifolia, right? Even though you've never seen that word before, you're able to at least attempt to pronounce the word because of the phonic skills that you have. I didn't even know you use. You're able to prove that we all have and use those skills. Alright? So phonics are not used to teach adults. It's not something about children. It's not about teaching children to read. Alright. So we also looked at SSP and we identified some reasons why SSP is the best method for teaching. Sound, because it is quick. Of course, you can teach 44 sounds of English language. It's thorough. You don't leave any sound out. It's explicit. You don't have to guess. You don't guess what it is. Because you've learned the sound explicitly, you don't need to guess at anything. Then it's systematic. So it builds up in intensity or in complexity. And it is consistent, regardless of who you are teaching, how old they are, whatever their level of experience is. It is the same system that you use to teach them. It's consistent. And it's, of course, very, very efficient. It's a food that is very, very efficient. So in today's class, we're going to look at phonemic awareness. I mentioned that before. Phonemic awareness is very, very important in phonics, and it's also very, very important in learning to read. We're also going to learn about differentiation and manipulation of phonics and how that can help students to learn to read and write. I said we're going to sound and sing. I don't know how much singing we're going to do, but at least we're going to sound the alphabetic code, and then we demonstrate, hopefully, show a mastery of coding and decoding skills. So I want to look at three concepts to start with. These are very, very important. We repeat them, coming across them a lot when we're practicing living awareness, when we're learning to follow it along. So it's very important to clarify what these are. So the first one, the letter, is the name that you say. The name of the image that you're looking at is the letter. So for example, Z. Yeah, Z. That's the letter. That's the letter name. Okay? And I'll use the image of the mouth there as a reminder. So the one that comes out of the mouth is Z. That's the name. That's the name of the letter Z. Alright. Then the one that we call phoneme is the sound that the letter represents. So what you hear, you think about your telephone, right? It's your ear. So the one that you hear is the phoneme, and that is S. So the letter Z represents the phoneme S. Okay? So what you see is the written letter, that's the letter. What you see, the picture that represents that letter is the grapheme. Grapheme. That's the one that you see. So if you think about graphics, that will remind you. Think about the graphic designer. It's what you see that they work with visuals. So your grapheme is what you see. So that structure, that's this. That's the grapheme. This is the phoneme. That's okay. And the name of this graphic that we are looking at is Z. Is that clear? Okay. The name that you see, so you see it on paper. You see this on paper. You're like, oh, what's the name of this? The name is Z. For this example that we use, the name is Z. What sound does it represent? That's the phoneme, that's the one here. That's the phoneme. And then the grapheme, how you write it. How you write it, how it looks, picture, is the grapheme. We write it, one you see. The one you hear is the phoneme, the one you say, the letter name that you say is Z. You still say the phoneme, but I'm talking about the letter name. The name that you see. The sound that we produce is the phoneme. The name that you say is the letter. Alright. So, the English academic program, we're going to take a few minutes now to look through. I sent you a book, that's platform. Has anybody looked at it? We said that the English alphabetic code, we said this in last class briefly, is the full set of letter, sound, correspondences. Yeah? So which letter produces which sound, or which letter represents which sound. So we're going to have a quick look at the simple code. As mentioned last week, I've had the simple and the complex. It's on the chart. I'll explain that to you when we get to that point. So these letters that we're looking at in that page there, all of those letters represent a particular sound of each letter as it is. That is the simple code. So you see this letter, the first thing that comes to your mind is the simple code. So I'm going to run through them from the beginning. Are we listening? Yes, ma'am. Alright. I've emphasized my listen there, but please listen. It's a little bit bigger than the others. So please listen. Even if you know it, please listen. Okay? Alright. It goes something like this. Okay, the echo that is not okay. I thought it was going to make it clearer, but the sound is bouncing, the bass is bouncing on the lyrics. You get it? Okay. O, O, Yeah. And S. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. So we're going to repeat. When I say the sound, repeat after me. Okay. Even if you know it, please repeat. It's part of the learning process. Yes, sir. I thought you had your hand. Shake your hand. Please say what you want to say. No, they're not the same sound. Oh and oh, oh, they're different. Oh, and so we have, let me just, since Miss Gloria is saying like cut, let's show it to the class. Cut, 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 cut. And then this one is cut, 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 cut. It is different from this one. Cat. You open your mouth like this one. Cat, cat. So cut with a knife, cut that the baby sleeps on. Cat. Yes, that one. Do we get it? Cat is a short sound. It's a short sound. And it's not a glottal sound. It is sharp reduced. It stops in here. You cut it off in your throat space there. So it's not cut, but cut. If you touch here, you'll be able to feel it. Alright. So I'm going to take the sound one after the other. Are you ready? I want to hear your voices louder than me. Alright. Are we ready? Alright. I don't want to hear but it's not it's essential you don't add that up at the end. When I say but, it will produce a problem for us later in future. Okay? If you say but, we will cut that and I'll show you how it will be a problem. Yeah? So it has to be, it's just a plosive sound, so it explodes out of your mouth without anything following it. Your lips press together and then you push air out of your mouth. No vowel sound, no behind it. Okay? Alright. So next one. Not call. I've heard teachers say call. Teaching the children call. Call. Active. Call. It's not call. Alright. Next one. Don't let any other sound follow you. Just the tongue at the roof of your mouth, and then you just force the air out of your mouth. Okay, next one. Is it resonating? Because you are searching for something. I was trying to okay. Back. So it's not like yeah. And that's why it is college and not college. And it is students and not students. And it is toilet and not toilet. Yes, I don't know why people get all those sounds from the teaching. When you say toilet, they have changed it from they changed it to eat sound. Oh, basket is a very short, it's basket, not basket. You can't learn a sound from paper. So if you look at the sound of it, you say, oh, okay, this is how they written it, they say basket. Okay, so basket, not basket. Basket. Okay, so that's Next one, This one is a sonorant. We drag it and makes it sort of vibration. Yeah. And then it's just a breath sound. Just a breath sound. Imagine that you run around our stadium and then you stop and then you are breathing. That sound like breathing. Not ha. Yes. That's it. Just a breath sound. Next one. Have you seen rotten food before? Rotten moldy food. And it's disgusting and it smells and it just irritates you. That's the sound. That's the sound. So it's not E. Just like the up is in the same position, the same point that you used to. And then up. That's the same position. Alright, next one. It is not loud. I never had a fit when I was in class and somebody was teaching and I said la, ma, what? And that is the funniest teacher. So it's oh. Remember we're using this sound to learn to read. So if you pronounce the sound wrong, you teach sounds wrong, then you're going to teach wrong reading. The reading of things, yeah? Alright. So the food is so yummy. We move though. We move from to This is the letter N. This is the letter N. Okay. Let your mouth make the shape of the letter O. It's like the same K and W. But not qua. Because it's not easy, it's just Alright. No, sorry. Remember your tongue was lower, your jaw is lower. Should make a round shape. The shape of the mouth is round. But this one is so your tongue is higher. It's like you also constricted the space a little. With the space in your glottis was wider. But when you now say you constricted it a little, it's only a little bit of air is coming out. So it's a different feeling from Next one is what? This is also a combination of two sounds. Yes. And like a must when you're teaching sounds here, as quickly as fun as possible. That's why people usually recommend things like Jolly Phonics because Jolly Phonics has a lot of things that they have developed, pictures, music, movements, and stuff like that. Go along with the sound. You can make it. Yeah. But then I think it was Mrs. that said it that it's already there, so why you want to invent it? But you might find some of it won't work for you because of our peculiar environment. So just take the best out of everything that is being done and then create your own unique style. Alright, so I tried to sing it like I said. Of course, I'm not going to give up my day doing this, but you get the idea. And instead of A, B, C, D, and this is the sounds. Good. Should we try? Okay, one, two, go. Ah, good, and good. E, J, oh. What happened? You look like we lost you.
Yes, I
Remember, it's LMNOP. LMNOP. Okay, let's continue from Q. I think that was it.
Yes,
Alright. No, that. No, it won't. Next time, read the sounds. Alright, should we start again? Okay. Okay, one, two, go. Ah, ba, ga, da, eh, ga, e, j, ga, up, qua, up, wa, yes, I can sound my next time, won't you sound with me? Bravo, everybody. Welcome. All right, so with continuous practice, you're able to do that. There's audio file of it online. I tried not to use another voice. So you can only who knows, she's just giving us a new voice. So I tried to do it myself. I don't have musical equipment to make it perfect, but I think well that you can do it yourself. Exactly. Exactly. All right. So we talked about this alphabet. We talked about alphabetic code before, and we said complete is the letter sound correspondence. All right. And we looked at the first set, what we just finished with now. We call that the simple code. When you see the letter, this is what comes to your mind. You see this letter, this is what comes to your mind. Now we want to do the complex code. What we call the complex code. So all the sounds that you can get from the particular letters. Right? So that's what we want to do. So let's do some practice activities. So you can get your sound, the image of the sound that you have there, you can get it out. I'm going to try and expand this a little bit. I want to expand it so that it's bigger. Says. You say, or you say, I say, he says. Well, there's a says pronunciation to the Americans also. But says. So what I've done is I've put all of the samples that I can find together on all the sample spellings that I feel like spent a lot of time doing this. So they said, That let people, I'm going to zoom in. I don't know why I've done loads of settings. I've not found your favorite news. And always is very visual. My parent does it, you have the same effect. So it's when it's scrolling that screen that so that's a little bit. That's when the screen. Sorry about this. I was trying to zoom in so that we can see the slide better. I think I also said something. Shake the laptop. Oh, the place that I should shake it. Oh, I said heat. This is the chair. You know, they have a different one here, this one outside. No, I know this one. But see now, see what's happening now. What our ideas. I want to, but if you look at it, but I can't even call because my phone is, using my phone to record things. I'm looking at the vowel list first of all. So the one with the red, the consonant has blue. It's on your phone, please. So this is the vowel phoneme. And this is the simple code, the one we just sang now. This is the simple code here. So when you see the letter A, the first sound that comes to your mind is A. Yeah? And the first letter that you think you get A to write will be letter A. Okay, so that's a simple code. That's this one here. And it's labeled the simple code. Notice that there are 20 sounds, 1 to 20. And then these are the IPA symbols. For those who might be familiar with them, the IPA symbols are used to represent international phonetic alphabet. International phonetic alphabet. And it's used to represent all the sounds possible. So there's an IPA chart with all the sounds in the world on this. Not bigger, it's not even as big as this. This one is more complicated than that. So all the sounds in the world are on the IPA chart, which should help you to pronounce the words when you see them. Okay? So this is the IPA symbols these are the IPA symbols for the 20 vowel sounds. Some have to like this one here. The letter O. Okay, we have the short O, as in look, okay, push, put, woman, okay, and then we have the letter O again, making the long sound. So we have the long O, represented by the vowel phoneme O here. So you have short O as in book, and then you have another long O, with 2 O's in moon. You just know it. You just know. Wool. Except wool. Wool. Wood is short, but wool is not. Have you any wool? Wool. That's what she's saying now. OOL seems to be long. And we're thinking wool is short. Wool is short. Oh, I thought it's one word that is not obey. Okay, I will confirm. I will confirm this one because I've never had the reason to think that it was short. But I will confirm. Have you any wood? Have you any wood? Wood is short. It's short. Is it short? It's short. So it's one word that was not for okay. Alright. So we have who in moon, cool, swoon. Okay. Alright. And then there's another one here that I've added, which you might not find on most of the charts, and that is you. So like you people, it's you. Barbecue. Yeah. New. Pneumatic. And this one, I didn't see any old sound with them. Yeah. You. And then there's another one here. YOR. So pure, and then we have poor, and then pure. So that's a consonant. That's a consonant chart. All of these that you have here are spelling variations. So E, okay, as an egg, I think I can't see the word there. I think E as an egg. And then you have EA, making the same sound, egg, bread. Then you have AI, making the same sound, said. Yeah? A and bread, EI, leisure. Leisure. It's not leisure, it's leisure. So the EI together makes the sound, egg. You have OMBO, leopard. Okay, leopard. And then AY, interesting, it also says says. Yes. Daddy says, mommy says, auntie says, but says. Not this one, this particular one. And then you have many. Okay? And then you have berry, also making the F sound there. And then UE, yes. So these are all the spellings that can produce the F sound. Okay? Spellings that can produce the F sound. Then we have E, let's look at E, for example. E. That sound can be produced by E, B. By Y, sunny. By E dash E, so there's a consonant in between. Theme. EA, dream. IE, chief. EY, key. EI, receive. I on its own, radio. Radio. And then the final one, labby. Not labby. So it's labby. Alright? So what we have is the simple code once again here, and then the complex code from here, from this line down, is complex code. So all of the letters that can produce that particular sound that we're talking about. So if you cannot remember what that sound should be, so you're looking at the word letter, I cannot remember what we said in class. Just go back to the simple code. What's the sound supposed to be? It's air. You go back, it's left. Yeah? True. So you see a word like, let me see something here. Let's do this one. How do you say this one? AUNT.
From the sound is ant.
Don't use the size. How do you say it? Yes, is it alt? Exactly, alt. Q-U. Key.
So that's why I say family clear.
Yes.
If it's like that, we have a lot of money.
Key.
She said AY. Add it to the list. AY sounded.
We have say. Oh, no. So E, where are we? E is the
We are bringing it together.
Yes, now. It wasn't this week before. I added two sounds from last week. I added two sounds from last week. So you have more, please give me. I'm leaving my job. So I don't mind. So we're talking about E. Please, where are we? This one, right? Number 7.
Number 7.
Number 2. Number 3. Number 3. E. Number 2. Yes. Yeah, suggestion. Yes. But we don't now.
Number 7.
It's not key.
Yes, B. 7 AY. AY sounding E.
Biscuit song. So
It was when we were doing on the set that we
do you want me to go back to number 4?
No. Okay, but
Some of them are pretty straightforward.
number 5.
Okay.
O sounding that inverted V.
Yes.
O, like blood.
Blood. Okay, so making the sound blood. Okay.
Even blood.
Flood, yes. Alright, so I'll add that. I need to write it out something. Okay, so can we move on? Yes. Any questions on the chart, the vowel chart? Because we have the questions to it's me. How well the I nearly had I think this last year. I think this last year. I was like, the moment I go, oh yes, I'm done, and I just come across, another one, honestly. Another one, yes, before the new one today. So, yeah. So, but I'm happy that I did this myself. I had one that I started from, one that somebody else had done. And this one is not there now. So I was like, you eventually decided to just do my own. So that's why I just use Excel. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I decided to just use Excel and make my own. Because this way I claim it that it's not. So,
And letter E sounding A.
which one now?
Let's number 3. Letter 3 sound. Let's E sounding A. Sound 3. Letter E as in women.
Women. We have women somewhere.
Women. The E and the N sound.
Is there somewhere? I have that word women in this chapter. I have woman.
Women and so. Where I'm saying this. We're doing different, like talking about different things.
So
Letter E sounding
letter E.
sounding number 3 sound.
So number 3. It
Yes.
is
Yes, women.
So
E.
I thought I had that one here. The plural of woman.
Yes.
So I have you, I have woman.
Yes, ma'am.
I also thought I had women. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, so let's move on. So I made considerable progress before the next lecture. Complex code of the consonant sound. The simple code, of course, is the first one here. Here is the simple code. You see the letter, you think this sound. You hear the sound, you think this letter. That's the simple code. Yeah, this one here. I had to make it fitting so you can see it in one go. Alright, but you can expand the one that you use. Alright. And then your complex code now starts with this line. Yeah. So for example, B, single B makes sound, double B makes a sound. Yeah. Which ones are interested there that you want to talk about? What number? What number do you want to talk about? 3. Yes, so you have F, and then you have FF, and then you have GH. So like in cough. Nephew. Is that
IPA.
nephew?
IPA.
My phone is on. Alright. Is there anyone you want us to talk about? Number 11. It's not good. It's not good, but king, sing, ring, not good.
Yes.
Ring, sing. Okay. Church, number 22. Church, patch, and picture. Sorry. Which one, please? Which one do you want us to talk about?
No, the nephew. It's not just an additional information. IPA nephew.
Nephew. The RPA is nephew. The RP rather is nephew. I see, there's what it's saying. So there's another one, nephew.
It's just one to knowledge, man.
Nephew.
Wow. Is the one part?
Wow.
Is the one part of the nephew?
A nephew.
No, you got it wrong.
You are wrong. But it is very
No, that's what it is. I wouldn't want to strange. Yes, true.
Alright. So after all of this, I want to encourage you to practice saying the sounds. The 26 letters, the sounds of 26 letters, the simple code, and then the 44 sounds, the complex code. Practice saying them. Because there's an assignment you're going to do for you that involves recording yourself saying the sounds. So practice it, please. Practice. So that you're okay with the sounds. It will come again. I'll send the book also you. It will come again. So just bear in mind that you're going to do that. So far we'll talk about the English letter, the English language alphabetic code, and letter sound correspondence. We looked at that. Do we have any questions on that? We want to move to another concept. Any questions on that? Any questions on how to teach the sounds to your students, to your pupils? That's the answer. Practice. You just have to do it. Once you know the sound, you must first of all know the sound and know it Be sure that you know it. But another thing that I always encourage teachers to do is please have an audio dictionary. So when you are not even sure, just check. Don't do bravado and say, I know the teacher. Please, just check. Because you might not be right. I found myself in situations where my pronunciation had been colored by the Nigerian English pronunciation and I didn't even know. And so I said something and somebody corrected me, I was like, no, And then I looked and said, oh my God, I didn't even realize. So you might be so used to hearing it in a particular way that you think it's correct. I mean, you go to the Malam celebration and you say, what is you want? Go to write people, nobody will correct you. Nobody will correct you. But correct position is cucumber. Yeah? So, I don't get. Have you told her before? Did you know that? You don't get that one. I'm like, look at it there. Oh, what are you for saying now? Oh, wait, no, you don't get that one. Is that it was like that.
People write to Black children, all the complex worldwide. What stage you
When you're doing your phonics class, when you are teaching that sound, you first of all teach the simple code. Teach the simple code first. Okay? Once they have mastered that, your subsequent lessons on that same sound, it will be in the next class. It will be so you taught it in first grade, whatever class you start to teach. You taught it. So by the next class, you can ask them to so they already know the simple code. You can put them up and they give you the simple code. And then you now start to do it. That one that we said is F. You can also be this, it can also be that, it can also be that. So you start to learn that systematically.
Sorry, aside children and class, that is in levels, conversation with them.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
All the children on
Yes, certainly. And also the conversation from the way that you must be the model for your students. So if you don't snatch all your students will learn. And that's one of the struggles that I had when I was teaching phonics in schools is that all the work that I do in the 1 hour that I'm there, for 5 minutes that I'm there, the parents will do everything. The moment they get they'll just on them. The parents will do everything that they want. So there was actually a school that I worked at that I had a class with the parents too. So I can stop spoiling my work. So that would also be something that you consider doing. Let your parents know that when you're learning the sound, you can send a voice note or something to the parents. When you're learning this in class, so please help to reinforce at home. They cannot read it on paper and know what it is. Okay? So if you talk to children in class that this word, how do you say this word? Mrs. Nelson, how do you say it? Mrs. Andre. You are Mr. Latin. Mr. Patricia. Towel. Mr. Towel. 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 Is actually the Oh, sorry. That was quite presumptuous of me. Because you might not even know it. Tower. So it's tower. I'm not sure if I did this sound right. Please check for this. It's ow. Oh, you. No, I'm not sure. Please confirm.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you. Towel. All right. So if you write it on paper and you tell the person we've taught them to pronounce this word, so please practice at home. That thing that you used to have to wipe your body after you hand your back is called, and then it's going to say, towel me. They say we should teach you towel. I say towel. I tell them, no, but it's like poor child also cannot remember what you said. After your class, they go to play, and so they have forgotten, right? And so when they say, towel, you stole where? And then you all your notes. Yeah? So it's sending voice notes home and help. So if you're teaching a particular sound, send the voice note to the parents. You have your parents on the particular number. We've learned this today, oh, please help us reinforce. The sound is like this, it is written like this. So they know. Don't assume that parents know many things. So you don't spoil the work that you have done for hours and hours and hours. Alright. So we're moving on to phonemic awareness. Automatically when you see phone, where is my touch? Okay. So when you see phone, it should automatically tell you that we're talking about sound. Thank you, ma'am. We're talking about sound. So how to be aware of your sound. Okay? Remember we talked about earlier on, so when I said some concepts we need to clarify. Phoneme is one of them. So the word phonemic comes from phoneme. Okay? So you have to be aware of your phonemes to be able to hear your phonemes. Alright, and what is it? Basically, it is the ability to hear and manipulate the sounds. You know, so to hear the sound in spoken word and to be able to manipulate it, so you can move on sound to hear and to there, and then be able to still pronounce what it says, whether it's a logical, normal word or a nonce word. I talked about nonce words before, NONCE. Nonce word, it is basically a nonsense word, a word that doesn't really exist. But then you use it to practice. I'm not sure if my sound is coming out tonight, I forgot I was recording. So you use the nonce words to practice. So it's allowed in when you're practicing phonemic awareness. You're allowed to create anything. All you want to do is see that the children can blend the sounds together and they can also set ends. Okay, so the ability to hear and manipulate the sound in spoken words and understanding that spoken words and syllables are made up of the sequence of sounds. So they must know that the word that they're looking at, it has a number of sounds in it. They should be able to hear the sounds. They should be able to clap out the sounds. To mention the number of sounds they have in the word. So let's move on and show you what I'm doing. So it's the ability to get the sounds there. So if I say the word sat, and I ask the child, how many sounds can you hear? The child should be able to tell me 3 sounds. If they have been taught to make awareness, if they understand what it means. If they don't get it, if you say how many words are that sounds like the word sat, and they don't get it, stretch it out. Sat. And the child goes, sat. Yes, very good. What else can you hear? Sat. Stretch it again, and then they get it out. And then, and then you get the final word, tell. So stretch out the word, make it easier for them to hear it. Okay? And maybe in the school garden or in the play area, or even out of your window, you can say something like, I can see the sound. And then you tell them to spell what you have said. And then they go, so to sound, not to spell, but to sound what you have said. So they say, sound. Okay? So use things like that. This I spy, I think I spy game with them. So you can say something like, this is a yeah? The sound is also it's a pen. Right? Okay. Then they should differentiate their sounds. So they know their from their ch from their sh. They should hear it. So if you say church, if the child is going to spell it or write it, they're not going to write church for you. Yeah? So they're going to hear the difference. You find out that most people who say church is because they cannot hear the difference. So with practice, with repetitive practice, they'll be able to learn and unlearn that one pronunciation. Alright. And then the third one is manipulate. So differentiating is one skill, and then manipulating is another skill. So you have the word dog, for instance. What if I add the sound to the word I get? Because not dogs. The dogs. Alright, so that needs to be taught to the children. They need to know that. So if I have the word fog, and I remove the g at the end, what do I have? Fog doesn't mean anything, because that's what we have. So the child should be able to tell you that. So that comes from practice. You can use your manipulatives, passive letters, form letters, all of those things, you can use them to actually show the children what you're talking about. Okay? Then, phonemic awareness is very, very important because you can't read without hearing the sounds, right? And you cannot spell without, so you need to know that words are made up of discrete sounds, impure sounds, and then you need to know that the graphemes represent the phoneme. So this letter you're looking at represents this sound. They don't know that, they can't read. So they need to know that, and it's very, very important that if they hear a sound, they can draw the grapheme for you. And if they give you the wrong one, then you have to correct them. All the usual methods that you use as class teachers, we use that to correct them gently and as emotionally compliant as possible. Yeah. All right. So we're going to do some practice of making awareness. I'm going to sit down now. We have quite a few exercises. So I'm going to start with isolating phonemes. There's 6 different aspects that we can practice in mimic awareness. So we start with isolating. So when you get it, you isolate the sounds that are in it. So how many sounds are in the word cats? Is this 3? Okay. You don't use that. So there are 3 sounds. These are different activities you can do with your children in the class. Write the word board and tell them how many sounds are in. You're not asking for letters, but sounds. Okay? So how many sounds in the word? So we tell you 3. Okay. What's the first sound in the word cat? Is called. So it's not C. Yeah? C is the letter. The sound is K. Alright? What is the last sound in the word cat? This is Dorian. What if you ask the child, what's the last sound in the word cat? What would you do?
I would say the sound of the word sleep. Cats. What do you hear that?
Beautiful. So the last sound that you're trying to, you want the child to hear, you want to highlight it for them. So as I ask the question, stress the particular sound that you want the child to hear. So they're not hearing it. You said it, they're not hearing it, so you stress it. Okay? So what is the final sound in the word cat? Cat. Yeah? So they hear you stress out. So I'll stress it with the print. I hope it's obvious that I did. So what's the final sound in the word cat? And it's like, I'm hearing that sound. I think I know it, and then they'll come up with it. Yeah? So they'll say, I heard you, cat. What's the last thing they want? If you do that, you're just going to discourage them. So encourage them by repeating the sound slower and louder. Slower and louder. And then they're going to pick it up. Alright, so let's move to deleting phonemes. That's the second one. First one was isolating. Now we're going to talk about deleting phonemes. That's another exercise that you can do. You can, the one we just done, you have various examples that you can play with the class, right? So the kids know that, the first sound, you can even have 4-letter words if they are using those 4-letter words. But then also remember that some words have 2 sounds, 2 letters making 1 sound, like this, there, those. That's those, them. That's the voice one. Those, them. Thin, thin. So if you ask for the sounds in the word thin, how many sounds are in the word thin? It's very short. 3, very good. So, thin. So practice with that. So once you taught them diagrams, you taught them personal diagrams. So we talk about once you taught them diagrams are 2 sounds that make 1, 2 letters that make 1 sound. Okay, so once you taught them that, then you can practice with words like that. So now they know that it's 2 letters together make 1 sound. So they will practice it's 2 letters when they're together. Yeah. So let's look at deleting phonemes. So you say the word to the child, slap, slap. And then you ask the question, what do we get when we take a meaning? Slap, slap. Yes, ma'am.
This is an early years class. I just had observation. I we did pretty. Just for experience. Yes. I rather you snap. If you speak a lesson, you can change that to any. Okay. We would rather use the word that for the children who don't want to do. So rather snap.
All right. I'll take a note of that as well. I get you, yes.
Don't do many big these words.
Yes, yes.
I was thinking my hair and the little boy just came. I will slap you or something like that. Then before I was done leaving my hair, you must leave this place before I will slap you. I don't know. So we try to unlearn, make
Yes.
sure to learn those things.
I use something more,
The teacher just said, I'm sorry, my friend.
no, please go ahead. We're here to learn from each
The
other.
teacher once said, the French teacher in the school has some children that my size, because she's on the wrong side. So when she wrote one of the examples in the class, actually is Mary, the student, Mary girls. And Mary got home and they wrote the translation, Mary is smart. And they wrote took it up. And all the girls are smart. In my mind, I was like, hey, with all the students in the school,
All the babies in the world.
all the you just abuse Mary. You just abuse, I said, please put Madame Derisu arrows. Don't put it there.
Why use the name of the child in the
Madam
class?
Flower arrows. So we decided to start using, when it's something nice, we can use the children's name, things they would like. So, but when it's something that looks like body shaming, I can see like body shaming, I felt it was a good one.
Yeah.
But if it's pretty, beautiful,
Oh,
when
everybody
you use
likes
the
that.
children's name, they will like it. So, the same way, I think, if it's nice, you can use it again. And let's be mindful of the words we use, the children's words.
Yeah, I hope we're all learning so that, yeah, we'll take that back to our classrooms as well. Thank you, Mr. Yusuf. Okay. So, we're changing that word slap to snap. So, what would happen if I remove the s? What would be left with? Nap. Thank you. So, then it becomes, so the kids can have, they can take turns. So, your turn next, your word is coming up, you're going to use letters, passive letters, you can use magnetic letters, you can use wooden letters, flashcards, booksellers. Yeah, then there's some shops in there also that do this. And you can make your, there's magnetic paper. You can have your own little letter, there's magnetic paper on that. Yes. So you can make your. Alright. So, deleting sounds. So you say the word frog, and then you ask the child, what happened to them? I take away the what would be left? And so the child will have to mentally remove the and then they left the up, the fall. How about the word bug? Bug. Bug. If I remove the what are we left with? And then you're left with that doesn't mean anything. It's no. But when you're able to sound it, yes you are. That's the important thing. Yeah? So we don't when we're manipulating phones and then they form something that is not a normal word, just right? They are learning to sound words and then like this is the example of A last week. Even though it is not the correct word, you know the correct pronunciation of that word is I. But the whole school went on, got so excited about it because of the process, the child was able to follow the process. That's more important than being correct at that particular time. Yeah? So be able to determine what's more important to you. Have they learned a skill? Or is this wrong pronunciation so fantastic that it was corrected? So you need to pay attention to that. So I also look to normalize and discourage. Right, so I talked about added the big one that we also allow in community awareness classes, community awareness activities, anything as long as we can blend the sound is allowed. Alright, so the next skill is blending phonemes, blending sounds. So if you say to the child, alright, we're going to blend the word, I'm going to sound the word, I can blend it, and give me the word that I'm trying to say. Alright, so you say act, act. And the child go, I don't know. I can't say it. Okay, listen. I'll try again. I'll say this time, I'll say it slow. I'll just listen for the sound. And then go act, act. Except for a few children who have hearing impairment, they will get it. Once you have taught them the basic sounds, they will get okay, I guess alert. Oh, sad, and then they're excited. And they get excited with them. So that they can feel that they can accomplish something with it. Yeah? So, how about act? Act. The act. That. And this is the point that I'm going to show you where the problems can come across when you start to put vowel sounds behind the words. So you say Bob, actor, and then just try to sound that they're going to give you a act. That's what they do. Oh, yeah? Yeah. So you need to be very, very careful how to sound it so that they don't also make a mistake like you are. So if you say Bob, they're going to give you Bob back. They say some art, and then tell them to read sight. They never give you sight. They give you some art. Yeah? So be careful what you teach them because that's what they're going to be back to, especially the kids. And then when they want to read it as well, they will say Bob, art, boaz. Fact, act, fact. So you can play letter games, you can have letters, consonants and letters and vowels, consonants in one pile, vowels in one pile. Just speak any random consonant and vowel combination. So you do your CBC.
Yes.
You all know what CBC is? It's lesson. Consonant and vowel, CB, consonant vowel. So CBC is consonant vowel consonant. Don't actor. So that combination. Any random combination is allowed. Pick a consonant, pick a vowel, pick a what do we have? Sound it as a class activity. I use flashcards. I don't really like flashcards very much because of all the space around the letter. The letter is in the middle, and there's all of that space, and then all of that space around it. So there is, it puts a gap between, in my own mind, it puts a gap between the connection. So if you have your plastic letters, they're so much better. You can write beside each other.
The entire thing is better.
Exactly. You can make your own letters. You can make your own letters. I know one of the classes we had said, Dr. Eddie, who did the materials last year? The one that we talking about the paper, the sugar paper, and all of that. Is it in Playway? Then it's the Montessori. Only Baby. Oh.
I don't remember their names.
Okay.
Was it the last year?
No.
Because she told us to pray.
So
the days outside the country.
yes. So you can make your own letters. Make your own letters. And you can even use sand trays. Although that will also invest in the class, but the kids are having fun. Yeah. So you have a sand tray, you can have colored sand. You can use push-ups, you can use Gary. Gary is anything that you color them, dry them, 7 meter. You put your paint on them, dry them, put them on the tree. Then children that trace out over yes, so that's why I was saying that about saying Gary, because Gary might have 900 or 1,000. No, everything is changing. Everything is changing. Yeah. Yeah. So, all right. So you can also keep on set and rhyme them. So you give them the onset and then the rhyme and then tell them to end it. And then since we're talking about having small letters, you can put the rhyme together, so act, and then tell them to change the onset. So what is going to do is, I will put a t. What do we have? Now we want to act, tact. Yeah? Okay, what if I remove the t and I put a what do we now? So it becomes fat. Yeah? So like that, you can use that to blend. Once you talk the acted combination, you do that. So they're not saying act, they're saying act. They see it, they say act. Because now they know. Then you can now do this concept and rhyme exercise. Once they've learned the blend of two letter words, they will keep them together. Okay, keep them together. So they're no longer saying act when they see this. They say act, because they don't act. So they now say act. It becomes act. It's quicker as well for them. So same thing in the back example, fat and rat, rat, fat. You know. We don't do road learning in phonics. Allow them to decode the sounds themselves. Yeah. So don't get them to learn RAT, rat, SAT, SAT, PAT, fat. Let them learn the skill. So everything they see, they can use those same skills to read them. So once they learn, they can read anything that they see. Next skill is segmenting phonics. Segmenting. Remember we used the picture of the orange to talk about segmenting yesterday. So you hear it and then you take it apart into little segments. You hear the word, you take it apart into little segments. That's segmenting. Right? So you hear the word sat. And so you enter with the sound in that word sat. And then you can't hear it, you say it slower and louder. Sat. Then you can get the rest of it. Okay? Bat. I just like to keep to the same set because it was easy for me to just keep moving here. But please, when you're doing this, that's really good interesting. Those are the same set of words. You're thinking that you're just easy for me to just moving from here to there. So much easier. But please, be more creative. I spent more time designing the slides. Alright, you get my point though. So, yeah. Segmenting phonics, onset and rhyme. So you have the act, they know that as act. You know, let's separate the initial sound. So you have act. So I'm going to give you a word. I'm going to break this into the first sound and then the rhyme. Okay? So act. So if I say sat, give me act. And if I say cat, then I'm going to get act. Like that. So those are the examples. Now we want to do substituting for these. Substituting means to replace, to swap. You take one away, you put another one in. Substituting for these. So you say the word cat, and then you say, what do you do when you swap the k? What do you get when you swap the k with the p? So you have cat. So you have written down somewhere. Okay, so you have your cat written down somewhere. On your mobile letters, any kind of letters, phone letters, card letters, whatever. So you have your cat. But now you want to swap the p for a p. What happens? The child should be able to give you pat. That will come with practice. People that once they learn the basic sounds and then you start to do your blending and segmenting, it will be easy for them because they know the basics, they know the code. Then it's easy for them to walk through. Okay? If you have the word sled. What happens when I swap the O with a K? What would I get? If I swap the O for a K, what would I get? Your word is sled. I want to remove the O and replace it with a K.
Change to
Scared. I'm going to remove the O. Replace the O. I'm taking scared. I went to a spelling competition once, and the child, it was getting really, really hot. And then the child said, whatever it was, let's say it's top. And then she went to T N, and then T N, like wrong. And the child jumped up the way was sitting. No, she got it. No, she didn't get it. She said L. She said, no, it's L. That's how we teach them. What's that? So, the child was doing what she was taught. And everybody thought she said L. No, she doesn't know. And of course, the other school that she was, neck and neck, they were like, yes, finally, get to move on. Because they didn't move. Because started arguing. No, it's L. She got it. So be careful what you teach your children. What you teach them that they give you back. Alright, so scared is what we'll end up with then. Scared. I don't think that means anything. But we've learned something with it. Yeah? So even if the word doesn't mean anything, it's more important that they learn to pronounce what you created and added there. Non-words allowed. Non-words allowed. So allow them to. Alright, so then the next one is adding phonemes. Adding phonemes. So I have the word spat. Let's see what happens when I add an O after the I have spat. So I want to add an O after the That's correct. Splat. Splat. It's an onomatopoeic word. Like you fall down, water falls from the ground, splat. Splat. Alright. How about this one? The word click. This one, Mary. The word click. I want to add a after the second. I want to add a after the second. Clips. Yes. Please note that the CK together makes it's in our following chart. The CK together still makes right? So clips. Okay. So the homework, I'm going to send it. I'll sit here and send it to you while Mrs. Aluko's class is going on. She has just entered the class. So I'll send the link to you. There are 10 questions. The first 8 questions, they're going to write short responses to the question. And then questions 9 and 10 involve sending a voice note. The written questions will be sent, they'll be sent to me via using Google Forms to send them to you. So I can send them back to me using Google Forms. I don't want to be about not learning about anybody. Because part of what I'm to teach you in this class how to use technology. So we would so I'll send you questions before the end of the class. I'll be here at 2 o'clock. So I'll send you the questions while I was then you send me 1 to 8. The reason why I haven't sent it, or why I'm not sending it now, because according to my slide to speak to you now, the reason I'm not giving it to you now is I'm having a little issue with embedding the voice notes into the form. I want you to record and put it in the notes. So I was having a little issue with that. So if I'm not able to do that while you're here, you just send me the voice notes. Alright. So, next lesson, we're going to look at 5 basic skills of reading and writing. There are 5 of them: learning the letter sound, learning the letter formation, blending, identifying sound, and then spelling tricky words. 2 words in your classroom. So, we look at the next one. We look at incidental teaching. So, you're teaching something, an issue comes up that you need to deal with that is important. Remember, we talked about announced words, they're not important. So you can read them. But if there's something that you're teaching, and while you're teaching, something comes up, you need to correct it. So maybe it's a grammatical error. You need to let them know, because this word starts with a consonant. So you told the children that unicorn there's a U, it's a vowel, and then the child now says, "an unicorn." Are you going to let that one go? No. So you have to do a little grammar class there, right and then. Do a little grammar class, and sometimes your letter U in this word has the Y sound, and that's the consonant sound. And for that reason, it has to be a unicorn, not an unicorn. Alright, so you correct that, everybody knows that, everybody moves on. Next time they see unicorn in the book, they know that it is a consonant sound at the beginning, which is the article, definite article A. Right? So that way you don't perpetuate that error. So you leave that error right there and then you're going to continue with it. Right? So you need to fix that particular point. So we'll talk about incidental teaching next week. Any questions at this point? So I want to thank you for an interesting class. I want to encourage you to please practice your sounds. I have a voice note somewhere, and I'll send that to you. I'm not sure that the voice note is very clear, but I'll just send it to you. I'm looking to get a more professional sound recording so that the sound can be a lot clearer. But I try to get it so that at least you don't know it, you don't remember it, and repost to it. Right? But if you have any difficulty with any sound, please just send me a message. Okay? And like I also said, having an audio dictionary is very, very important. We all have one on our phones. Okay, I'll send the link to one. I'll send the link to one. Yes. And then there's another specify. Then there's an app that is called to phonetics. I use that a lot in transcribing. You can transcribe your own essay for you. Maybe I can give you the link to that as well. TO phonetics. That's how to phonetics. And it's a fantastic app. So when you transcribe, you can also pronounce the word. So that you don't make a mistake. Because maybe that you sometimes you don't know. I don't take chances in this kind of thing. I will check. Especially I'm teaching that. I will check so I don't embarrass myself. Okay? Then another thing that you need to really do as a teacher is let the children know that you don't know everything. Yeah? Let them know that you don't know everything. Let them see you checking in the dictionary. Because you are teaching them that if you don't know, what should you do? Go in the dictionary. What? Find out. Okay? If you guess, or you do as if I always know everything, then they will never learn how to find answers for themselves. Or they ask me, how do you pronounce this one? I say, oh yes, it's this. And you tell them, no, don't tell them. That's fine. You should have everybody comes to that. Make sure ask you something. Can't find out yourself. Get a dictionary. Or ask Google. Don't find out. When they do that, they also learn you how to learn, how to find information for themselves. So please don't let them think that you know it. You don't. Nobody knows. Yeah? Let them know that. So that when they get themselves to a point where they don't know something, they don't feel bad. They don't feel like, I'm so useless. They don't feel bad. Yes, of course. Like I've done for my students, my children. My children. You are not as a children, as a children. You said children, so I said I also learned from my children. All right, so thank you very much. We're with us, although we have a full house. So I don't know how big this video is going to be. I read this to me. I'm hoping to just send it to our listening. I'm not sure I can send it. I will check. My guy just set it up. Paul that was here, so he set it up and showed everything. Then I went away. He went away. So maybe the camera has not to see. I don't know. I don't know. So what I also might do if the spirit leads me in that direction, because I think last classes, I really recorded all the classes. I just sat down and I took the class in front of the camera. And so, so anybody who's not in the class has access to that. Yes. Bad emotion and I'm yes. Thank you. It will be big. I don't know how many. I'll send it to that. I also have a YouTube page where I do some of these videos. I just use the link and then you go there and watch it. So that also saves us a
Thank you,
lot.
ma'am.
Thank you. Mrs. Anuko, you have the floor. Oh, I have not disconnected my laptop. It kuku recorded though. It's still recording. One minute 20.